Welcome to the class again. We were discussing 1 comma 3 carbon shifts. I'll just give one more example for 1 comma 3 carbon shift. When it is treated under thermal conditions, it is generating a 5-membered ring. The 3-membered ring is converting to 5-membered ring. So it is an example for 1 comma 3 carbon shift. So please identify 1, 2, 3, then 1, either this fellow or this fellow, any of them it is okay. So there will be a bond formation between 1 comma 3, there will be a bond breaking between 1 comma 1, and of course this pi bond will be rearranged between 1 comma 2 carbon. So when we count the number of carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is the 5-membered ring. Next, we will see 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. One comma 5 hydrogen shift. What is 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift? When we have a diene and the next carbon, that means diene with 5 carbons, and if we have a hydrogen here, then under thermal conditions this hydrogen can be shifted to this carbon. So when we write the numbers, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hydrogen is 1. So 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. So this double bond will pick up the hydrogen. Sigma bond electrons are polarized towards the double bond, so that double bond polarization is positive. Now what is the product? When we are writing the product, please don't change the carbon skeleton 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give the numbering again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the double bond is polarized, rearranged between 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, and the hydrogen is shifted to 5th carbon. So this is what is called 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. Now we will look at whether this 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift is possible according to the molecular orbital approach or not. Right. So when we have 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift, we will write the corresponding HOMO in 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. I think it is it was the LUMO of diene. It was the LUMO of diene which is involving. When we look at the diene, it is Psi3 for the diene. So we have a node here, we have a node here. I'm explaining only about the diene part. So if you, this is the positive lobe, because of the node these two become positive lobes, then because of the node this becomes positive lobe. Now this is the 5th carbon. This is the 5th carbon. Of course, in analogy, what we will do, we will also have a positive lobe similar to this. Now we have a hydrogen on this 5th carbon. So this is the hydrogen. Because it is a sigma bond, again it will be a positive lobe. Now if you want to have, this is the HOMO of CH. HOMO of CH. Now if you want to have 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift, this positive lobe of hydrogen 1s orbital must be shifted to this carbon. Now you see this hydrogen is below the carbon chain, that means below the pi bond, and if it wants to shift, it must be shifted below the carbon chain, right? When it is shifted below the pi bond, yes, the pi lobe is shifted to pi lobe. So it is a suprafacial hydrogen shift. So it is a suprafacial 1,5 hydrogen shift, which is an allowed shift, right? So it is allowed because it is suprafacial shift, it is an allowed shift. Please take this. I'll just give one example for 1,5 hydrogen shift. When this molecule is treated under thermal conditions, it is rearranged like this. It's just a rearrangement of pi bonds, right? So this is an example for 1,5 hydrogen shift. When you want to give the numbering, yes, you can give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is hydrogen shift. So please write the hydrogen here and number it as 1. Write the hydrogen and number it as 1. So this hydrogen will shift here so that double bonds will rearrange. We will get this product. So this is 1,5 hydrogen shift. Now we will see 1,5 carbon shift. First, I'll explain a molecular orbital approach, then we can see some examples. As I said earlier, it is the LUMO of diene, which is involving, and this is the carbon. Yeah, this is a LUMO of diene. Nothing but Psi3. Because of Psi3, we have two nodes. For example, if it is a positive lobe, these two must be positive lobes. Then because of the node, it is a positive lobe. And in analogy, it is taken as positive lobe here, and this is the HOMO of carbon-carbon bond. So this is again positive lobe. Right. When you want to have 1,5 carbon shift, this positive lobe must be shifted to this positive lobe, right? This carbon, which is below the pi bonds. Now, if it wants to have 1,5 shift, it must be shifted to the lobe below the pi bond. Below the pi bond, yes, we have positive lobe, and here also it is a positive lobe. So this can be easily shifted suprafacially. So suprafacial shift. So it is a suprafacial shift, hence it is an allowed rearrangement. And at the same time, unlike 1,3 carbon shifts, please see that here we are not doing it anthrafacial, it is suprafacial. So what we can write is, it is retention of stereochemistry. So whatever the stereochemistry of the reactant will be reflected in the product. Retention of stereochemistry or retention of configuration. I'll give you some examples for this. It is important for us to it was 1,5 hydrogen shift. You can try the product. Okay, it is 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. So you try the product. I have given everything. I'll just give the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hydrogen is the one. I'll give an example for 1 comma 5 alkyl shift. There is one more example for 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. I'll also give that. When it is treated under thermal conditions, finally it is giving this product. Now how we will explain the formation of this product? Okay, you write the product here, it's not a problem. I'll explain this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hydrogen is the one. You may think that it may be an alkyl shift. Okay, but if it is possible, first go for hydrogen shift. If hydrogen shift is not possible, that means if hydrogen shift is not giving the required product, then you try alkyl shift. Okay, so here we can explain that it may be 1 comma 5 alkyl shift 2 times, but it is not. It is 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. So that is why this R group, now it is hydrogen is coming there here. Now again it is undergoing 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. 1 comma 5 means, right? Okay, I must write in a reverse fashion. I must give the numbering in reverse fashion. Then again hydrogen will shift here. So that is why it is saturated carbon. So it is 2 times 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. You can get the same product by writing 1 comma 5 carbon shifts 2 times. But 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift is will take place easily compared to 1 comma 5 carbon shift. So first give the preference for 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. If it is giving the product, fine. But if it is not generating the given product, go for 1 comma 5 carbon shift. Yeah, the two, I'll give one more example for 1 comma 5 hydrogen shift. Yeah. When we have this alcohol, when it is treated with a base under thermal conditions, yes, because of the strained four-membered ring, it is easy for this molecule to undergo ring breaking, which is facilitated by the good leaving nature of bromide ion. So bromide is a good leaving group, so it will leave so that this ring can be easily broken. Now, when it happens, the product is previous double bond. This is the new double bond. We have bonding here 1, 2, CO. Now you can clearly see that there is a diene and dienophile so that it undergoes Diels-Alder reaction to give the product. This is the diene. I'll give numbering for better understanding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Right. So for better understanding, we have taken the numbering. Now, I'll also give the numbering here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after 5, there should not be nothing, right? Just a moment, please. Yeah, from 1 we have 6. From 1 we have 6. Then we have a carbonyl 7. We have one more carbon 8. And ninth carbon is this one 9, 10. Of course 11, we have 11 on here. So I'll give the numbering. 1, from 1 we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. So there will be a bond formation between 2 and 10 carbon, 2 and 9 carbons, 5 and 10 carbons. Okay, so this is the Diels-Alder reaction. But in this case, it is giving only 10% of this product. It is not giving much product. Okay, it is only the 10%. Now, what is the main product here? Main product is, first it is undergoing 1,5 hydrogen shift. 1,5 hydrogen shift. That means a hydrogen from this carbon is undergoing to the next carbon. So it is rearranging to give a rearranged diene like this. This is the rearranged diene. Okay, the hydrogen from this carbon, it is shifted to the next one. So double bond will come here. This is the double bond. Now this is a rearranged diene. Now this undergoes Diels-Alder reaction. When it undergoes Diels-Alder reaction, the product is this is the product which is giving around 74%. Now you see, this is the diene. So I'll give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Again, we can start the numbering here. It is the bridge system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. In the next example, we can have an example for 1,5 alkyl shift. When this is treated at 230 degrees centigrade, it is giving a product like this. Now how do we explain the product formation? Right. From this, we can clearly say that it is only 1,5 alkyl shift because we don't have hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. And the first carbon, we don't have hydrogen. We have only 2 alkyl groups. So you can take any of these 2 alkyl groups as 1. So obviously it is 1,5 alkyl shift. When it undergoing 1,5 alkyl shift, this 1 carbon will come here. So the pi bonds will undergo rearrangement. Now what is the product? Because it is undergoing ring expansion, now look at the ring size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a 6-membered ring and a 5-membered ring. Now we have this methyl group above the plane. This methyl group is also above the plane because it is retention of configuration. 1,5 alkyl shift is retention of configuration. Right. When we have retention of configuration, these two must have same configuration as in the reactant. Right. Now, where is the double bond positions? When it is shifted from this position to this, we have a double bond here, we have a double bond here. We don't have a double bond on this carbon, right? But this is not the product, this is different. This is not the product, right? It is finally converted to this. Now, how we will explain this? You see, rearrangement of double bonds. So this can be explained by 1,5 hydrogen shift. This can be explained by 1,5 hydrogen shift. That means it is a sequence of reactions. We can't expect from a single step. Okay, so whether it is a 1,5 alkyl shift or 1,5 hydrogen shift, this must be explained only when we were given the product. So we will write all the possible steps to get the product. Then we will say first one is alkyl shift, second one is hydrogen shift. So this is how we need to, this is how they will frame the question. Okay, we will not be asked to predict the product. Instead, we will be asked to how this product is coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of hydrogen is 1. Now I will explain 1,7 hydrogen shift. 1,7 hydrogen shift. What is 1,7 hydrogen shift? If you have 7-membered system, 3 double bonds, on the 7th carbon, if we have hydrogen, I'll give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th carbon, and on the 7th carbon, if we have hydrogen, then under thermal conditions, it undergoes 1,7 hydrogen shift. So that means this double bond will pick up the proton. So double bonds will undergo rearrangement. This is the hydrogen which is shifted. Now we have rearranged double bonds like this. Now, what is the molecular orbital approach for this? Right, I'll give the molecular orbital approach for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7 carbons, and I'll write all the orbitals. Here it is the LUMO of hexatriene that is involving in the hydrogen shift. So LUMO means it is Psi4. Psi4, we have 3 nodes. 1, 2, 3. Up to this. Say for example, if it is the positive lobe, because of the node, these two become positive. These two become positive. This is node, because of the node, it becomes positive. And what we are doing, we are taking it. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is not the positive. This is the below the plane, right? Below the plane. So this is positive. This is the positive. And in analogy, we have this positive. This is HOMO of CH bond. Now, remember this hydrogen, it is above the pi bond system. If it wants to shift to this carbon, it is having positive lobe below the pi bond, right? This lobe is below the pi bond, whereas this hydrogen is above the pi bond. That means if it wants to transfer to this, it must be antarafacial transfer. It must be antarafacial transfer, right? Yes. In 1,7 system, we have 7 carbons, which is a flexible system. So in 1,7 hydrogen shift, this hydrogen, this carbon can be rotated, and then this hydrogen can be shifted in a antarafacial fashion. So that is why 1,7 hydrogen shifts are possible. In 1,7 hydrogen shift, the larger chain is just flexible enough to allow the transfer antarafacially, transfer of hydrogen antarafacially. So 1 comma 7, 7-membered carbon system is a flexible system. So it allows this carbon to rotate. Then this hydrogen can be shifted antarafacially. So that is why 1 comma 7 hydrogen shifts, though they are antarafacial, they are possible. Now I'll give you an example for 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift. When it is treated at 100 to 140 degrees centigrade, it undergoes 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift. It undergoes 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift. Now the final product is this one. Sorry. So it is not the result of 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift. We need to write a sequence. Okay, I will explain. Now write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the one. So when it undergoes 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift for the first time, what is the product? So this is the D. We will have a double bond here, double bond here, double bond here, and the hydrogen is shifted to this. Because there is already one hydrogen, we have shifted one more hydrogen. So it is the product. Then again it undergoes 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift. I'll give the numbering again. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can take the numbering in a reverse fashion, but what you will get is you will get the starting material. Right. So when we write this, D will be there. Then 1 comma 2, we have double bonds again rearranged, and this is the system. Now again you write one more 1 comma 7 hydrogen shift, then only you will get this. So when we were given this, how many number of 1 comma 7 hydrogen shifts are there? There are 3 1 comma 7 hydrogen shifts. I'll give you the last example for pericyclic reactions. When this molecule is treated under thermal conditions, it is giving a product like this. You may try writing the product through either hydrogen. Yes, we don't have hydrogens, we have only alkyl groups. You may try writing this product through 1 comma 7 hydrogen alkyl shifts, but it is not possible. Now how this product is forming, I'll explain this. You need to have different approaches. It is not the single reaction. Right. I'll explain this. First, it will undergo 6 pi electron electrocyclic ring closing reaction. What is 6 pi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will undergo an electrocyclic ring closing reaction, and that generates a product like this. And we have double bonds here, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the substituent is at third carbon. Now again it undergoes 1 comma 5 alkyl shift. 1 comma 5 alkyl shift. It undergoes 1 comma 5 alkyl shift.